Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. Shelter, I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying, filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a child. Fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded, lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot, I'm bringing that fire. Gonna go wild, so I get higher. Got me starting up a riot, till we backfire. Gonna go wild, always getting higher. Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. Shelter, I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying, filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a child. Fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded, lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot, I'm bringing that fire. Gonna go wild, so I get higher. Got me starting up a riot, till we backfire. Gonna go wild, always getting higher. Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. Shelter, I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying, filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a child. Fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded, lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot, I'm bringing that fire. Gonna go wild, so I get higher. Got me starting up a riot, till we backfire. Gonna go wild, always getting higher. Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. shelter. I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying. Filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a child. Fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded. Lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot, I'm bringing that fire. Gonna go wild, so I get higher. Got me starting up a riot, till we backfire. Going wild, always getting higher.
Don't do cap, but I do confessions in the baseline. Chrome on the mirror, see the truth in the brake light. Whole city whispering, he moving like a fall line. Shake once, break twice, better check your bloodline. Gold on my grill, got sermons in my teeth. Talk slick, get baptized in the concrete. Every bar sound like sirens when I preach. This that kingdom energy, crown within reach. Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing today, baby? Hopefully y'all have a good day. I'm definitely having a great day as it stands right now. We already know what time it is, World Baseball Classic time. We are so close to this tournament starting, which is pretty crazy to think about. But yeah, we're here. We're live on the stream. We got the fit on. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you guys are joining up for this one. Basically how this stream is going to work, if you guys don't know, I'm trying to stream at least once a week. Every week in 2026. So that's kind of my goal right now as it stands. So we're on the Saturday night. We're on the stream. Basically what we're covering today is everything about the World Baseball Classic. We're going to go over the tournament and how everything works, how we got here, kind of stuff like that. And then when we wrap up, we're going to be covering all the rosters and everything we know. It's still a little bit hard to figure out how some of the rosters are working right now just because they're not officially confirmed. We have some 35-man rosters that were supposed to be submitted at the end of December. But besides for that, we really don't have much info on some of the teams and some of the rosters. So that's kind of where we stand right now. The official rosters are supposed to be due February 1st. So that's when the official rosters are supposed to be due. So that's going to be exciting, obviously, to get the actual rosters, and then we'll actually prepare for the tournament. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this stream. We're not going to have any music or anything like that. Just going to be talking. Yes, I am a little sick, so you might hear some congestion in my voice. That's why we're going to have to take some water every now and then, all right? Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. What's good, MJ? Fit? Yeah, I figured I had to dress up. You know what I mean? A World Baseball Classic, it's one of the best tournaments in this sport. We got the little intro going, so it's going to be a great stream. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it as much as I am. So before we get into everything, going to be a decently long stream. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can about this tournament, all right? To try to simplify it for you guys as much as possible, all right? So that is the goal of this stream. So why don't we tune over to what is this World Baseball Classic, right? So that's the thing we're going to talk about today. Let me just get my camera up for y'all real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. There we are. All right, so we're on Wikipedia. This is what I use to cover the World Baseball Classic. There's not really another good site for it, in my personal opinion, that really does it well. So we're on the World Baseball Classic. Before we even get to the 2026 World Baseball Classic, we're actually going to cover what even is the World Baseball Classic, right? Because some people have no idea what even this is, right? So we're going to cover it. The World Baseball Classic is basically, think of it though as the World Cup of baseball. You know how the soccer has the World Cup? It's basically the World Cup of baseball, okay? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? So that's how it works. Hold on, I'll give you one sec. So that's basically what it is, right? So it's supposed to be run every certain amount of years. COVID kind of messed it was supposed to be in 2021. It kind of messed that one up. It got postponed to 2023, and now we have it 3 years later in 2026. So there's been 5 official World Baseball Classics, okay? If we actually scroll down here, you can actually see on the right-hand side, here, I actually put it in dark mode for y'all. Oh, look at that. Isn't that 15 years better? I totally agree. So we can see right here, there's actually been 5 World Baseball Classics. The 6th edition is going to be in 2026. And as you can see, there's been multiple, international tournaments before. Obviously, the Premier 12 was a big one, right? That's obviously a fun one to watch. Basically, it's the top 12 best countries ranked, and there's all a bunch of amateur teams playing, or amateur players playing for their countries, which is really cool. We obviously had that one in 2024, which is exciting to watch. There was the Baseball World Cup, which happened years ago. The last one was in 2011. Obviously, this World Baseball Classic is pretty much the favored one that we've had. And then we had the Amateur World Series as well, which once again was another amateur tournament. So that's basically some of the international events we have and things like that. But the World Baseball Classic, the first one was in 2006, put on by the MLB. So this is an MLB product for anyone wondering about that. So that's why certain players that are banned from Major League Baseball are not really allowed to play in this tournament. I know people have talked about ML Class A, right, and all that stuff. But, if he's banned from MLB, I'm pretty sure he's banned from this. Same with guys like Trevor Bauer, unfortunately. So, that's kind of where those guys stand. But that's kind of what the World Baseball Classic is. Think of it as, the World Cup of baseball, right? And there's been multiple, cups or World Baseball Classics in the past, with 5 happening. So that's what the tournament is and everything like that. Let's get into the 2026 one, right? We'll go ahead and put it back on dark mode because it's infinitely better. So the 2026 World Baseball Classic, we have 20 teams competing. I'll show you how they qualified and everything like that. It is between March 5th and March 17th of 2026. So as it stands right now, it's 61 days away from March 5th, which is very exciting if you ask me. So that's where we stand right now. We're playing in Miami, Florida, Houston, Texas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Tokyo, Japan. So we have 2 locations in the United States, and then we have 1 location in Puerto Rico and 1 in Tokyo, Japan. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Let's go to the qualification, right? This is obviously the major one. This is obviously, how do teams qualify, right? I think that's basically what everyone wants to know at this point. So let's just write some stuff down real quick. Just give me 1 second, chat, because I am going to put timestamps in this video. So, this will be a video on the channel. So we're putting timestamps throughout this, and I'm just kind of writing down those timestamps. So if y'all missed the stream or something like that, that's kind of what this is for. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm writing down right now as it stands. So boom, then we'll go bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Bada boom, bada bang. All right, so as it stands right now, we got 20 countries. Obviously, most of the teams have qualified through the 2023 World Baseball Classic. So that's kind of where most of the teams were qualified. In the original tournament, they were just kind of picked countries that were the best at the time. So that's kind of how they do this. So a lot of the countries qualified through the 2023 World Baseball Classic, and the other countries qualified through the qualifiers. There were qualifiers, held in 2025, which I covered here on the channel, if you guys didn't know. And they were held in Arizona and, well, that was for the last tournament. Anyways, they're held in what? I think it was Arizona and Taiwan they were held at, I'm pretty sure. So if we go ahead and look at the qualifiers over here, basically, if you didn't hit if you got knocked out of the World Baseball Classic, those bottom teams ended up going to this qualifier. So the 4 teams that got knocked out of the 2023 World Baseball Classic was actually Taiwan, it was Colombia, China, and Nicaragua. So those were the 4 that were knocked out. The other 4 were kind of randomly picked, which is very strange. I don't really know why they did that. I thought they were going to seed it on the world ranking. but they didn't. If you guys didn't know, there actually is a world ranking that does all this. This is actually the website for it. This is the World Baseball and Softball Confederation right here. Basically, there's a ton of tournaments at every single level of play that you get ranked on. So if we go to the world rankings real quick, we can go ahead and take a look at everything. Obviously, we're looking at baseball, but there is softball, whatever baseball 5 is. I still have no idea what that is to this day, to be honest. But yeah, you can see the whole ranking. So if we go to all here, we can see how Japan has gotten basically all their points, right? And you can do this for every year, basically, how they got all their points. So there's all these different tournaments. There's Asian Cups. There's European tournaments. I think there might be an African tournament. I'm not sure, but I know there's one in the Americas as well. So there's all these different tournaments at every level. You can see 18U right here, 15U. There's even some friendly games you can get points for if they're official. So there's all these different ways to get points. Obviously, some of the big ones are the Premier 12 and obviously the World Baseball Classic, right? So that's how you earn points. As you can see, Japan has a ton of points. I mean, they are absolutely destroying the competition, not going to lie. But a lot of the other countries have been slowly getting up there with their points, right? And you can obviously see this is the 2025 points right here in this right-hand column, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you can click on any country and see how they got their points for that year. So that's a cool way to look at it. And obviously this has been going on for quite some time at this point. So that's kind of where we stand with the world rankings, right? So that's where you see some of these numbers. You see the 2, they're number 2 ranked in the world. That's basically what that means, all right, chat? So that's how the qualifiers worked. We obviously had these held in 2025, and obviously Nicaragua and Chinese Taipei ended up qualifying from this group. And then in Pool B, which this one was held in Arizona, we had Colombia and Brazil qualifying. So these 4 countries are the only 4 countries we actually know what the roster could be like, by the way, because they had to submit, obviously, an official roster for these qualifiers. But these are obviously almost a year ago rosters. So, you know what I mean? And plus, with these countries qualifying, they have options to more players because, you know, MLB players can't play in the qualifiers. So, for example, when Brazil's in, Bo Bichette's going to play for him, but he couldn't play for him in the qualifiers, all right? That's basically kind of how it works. So that's kind of how we got the 20 countries right here. 16 of them came from the World Baseball Classic in 2023. The rest came from qualifiers. And if we click on the 2023 World Baseball Classic, you guys can see how they qualified. You can see automatically qualified, and there were also qualifiers. And then going through this one, you can guys see the groups right here. We got 5 teams in the group. The 2 advanced to the quarterfinals the next round. And then teams 3 and 4 went to the 2026 World Baseball Classic. And then the 5th team was relegated down to the qualifiers. So that's how it worked in 2023 right there. So bada boom, bada bing. So that's how we got to 20 countries, right? And you guys can obviously see the best the best previous result for all these countries. If we take a look, Japan has won 3 times, the United States has won once, and the Dominican Republic has won once in those respective years. You can also see the teams that have been the runner-ups. You see Puerto Rico's been running up twice, which is kind of tough, not going to lie. We got Korea, Cuba. Mexico got its 3rd place in 2023, and a couple of 4th places on the board. And the rest have been out in the qualifiers. The rest has been out in the quarterfinals, or the group stage. That's kind of how it works. That's kind of how you navigate this screen right here, chat. You can do it by region, so we can sort by region if we want. You can see the teams from the Americas, Asia, Europe, Oceania, right? Or we could just do it by team, alphabetical order, how many times they've been in the tournament. So we can obviously see that most of the teams have been in 5 times. You know, we got 3, 2, 1. Best runner-up or best result, and then rank in the world right now. So that's kind of how we can rank these countries in this little graph right here, which is pretty cool. And we can kind of see who's the best and who's the worst, right? Not all of these are in order, by the way, because there's a couple countries that are actually ahead of some of these that didn't qualify. Like Germany, for example, is at 17th. So that's kind of where this stands. So that's kind of how the qualification works. You basically perform well in the last World Baseball Classic. If not, you got to come through those qualifiers, which we kind of went over and kind of how that worked. Those were played in 2025. So the qualifiers get played in that previous year before the tournament is about to kick off. So that's basically how the qualification works for the Classic, which is pretty cool. So that's basically how that works. That's how we got all the teams that we got. Also, the hosts, by the way, I know I said like one team qualified by hosts. The hosts are kind of just picked, to be honest. Like a lot of the venues are just picked. Like, I'm pretty sure Lone Depot Park or Miami has always had or has always been in the World Baseball Classic. Same with Tokyo. I think those two have always been in there. So that's something to keep in mind about. For Pool A, we are in Puerto Rico, and then Pool B in the quarterfinals, we are in Houston. So those are the four venues that we are going to be at in the World Baseball Classic in 2025. So that's where we're at currently, all right? So that's where that kind of is. I'll explain the draw in just a minute for y'all because it's actually weird how it works. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest, on how the draw works. Slash news, bada boom, bada bing. And then we're going to go boom, boom, boom. All right, cool, chat, cool. All right, cool. We're slowly getting through this, slowly getting through it. You guys are enjoying the stream and how I'm explaining to you. Hopefully you guys leave a like and let me know how I'm doing. All right, so let's go over the draw, right? So basically how this works is the official pools are right here. We got Pool A, Pool B, Pool C, and Pool D. These are the official pools. I'll explain the pots right now. So basically how these pots work, they put the hosts in pot one, right? So pot one has the hosts, which is Japan, the United States, and Puerto Rico. And then they just do the best seeded countries from there. So that's basically what they do. I really don't know why Chinese Taipei is number 2 and they're in pot 5. I assumed I thought it was the best ranked countries, right? But I don't know if it's at the time of 2024 or when they did this because they were never going to be, lower than 2 because they just have so many points. So I don't really know what was going on. I don't know if we got some rigging going on there. I really have no idea, but they should have been in pot 1 in my opinion. So basically how it works, if you ever seen like a draw before, how it works is you'll pull from pot 1. So say you get Puerto Rico first, they're in pool A, and then the next one, pool B, pool C, pool D, until that pot's over. That's basically how it works. So these were the pots they were originally in, and then these were the groups that we have now, which you can see the pots on the left side. So these are the official groups. So Pool A is going to have Puerto Rico, Panama, Cuba, Canada, and Colombia, which is definitely going to be a wild card of a group, in my opinion. We'll kind of see how that one gets along when we know more of those rosters. But then Pool B, which is going to be in Houston, is going to have the United States, Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil, which I think this is definitely a top favorite group with the United States and Mexico. I really don't think the other 3 are going to have a shot, but we'll kind of wait and see. With Pool C, which is going to be held in Tokyo, Japan, is obviously going to have Japan, South Korea, Australia, Czechia, and Chinese Taipei. So very Asian group right there. I don't know how that group was drawn. That's why I feel like there might have been some rigging going on here, if you guys know what I mean. And then in Pool D, which is going to be held in Miami, that doesn't really have a host, is going to be Venezuela, Netherlands, Dominican Republic, Israel, and Nicaragua. So that is the pools right there. Once again, with Pool D, I feel like there could be some upset maybe with the Netherlands and the DR. We'll kind of wait and see. But those are the pools that we have for the World Baseball Classic, which is very exciting. Honestly, they are very similar to the 2023 ones. That's my only complaint with these pools. And that's why this whole draw system is very strange. Like the World Cup for the soccer tournament, right? They obviously did it in front of everyone, right? So that was pretty cool because you got to see it live. This one was behind closed doors. So that's why I think it might, be a little bit rigged in my opinion, but there's really no evidence to prove that. You know what I mean? I think my flag came off. Hold on now. There we go, baby. Tie that around the neck right there. So that's the pools that we have, right? I think it's going to be a good tournament. I think there's a couple of countries that kind of got blessed. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think this Pool D, like, if the United States or Mexico doesn't get out, that's going to be an upset. Japan is 100% going to get out. They've never not gotten out of their pool. So kind of just a battle for second place, honestly. And how it works is the top 2 teams get out of the pool, right? So that's how the quarterfinals works. So 3 of the teams are going to be left out. And then Pool D, I think Venezuela could dominate. Same with the DR, but we'll never know how the Netherlands is going to do. I don't think Israel or Nicaragua is going to do good at all. So those are the groups, right? Those are the groups that we have. And there's actually some pre-friendly games going on with the World Baseball Classic that you guys might not know about, which, is very exciting because I don't think too many people know. I've actually got to go back to light mode here, so sorry for the eyes, to actually see, the next thing because it's not available in dark mode, which, is a little bit unfortunate in my opinion. But, it is what it is. So let's just write that down real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. So pre-friendlies, basically they bring a team with them that they think, players maybe could be on their roster. We've already seen, 4 games happen between the Czech Republic, South Korea, and Japan. So each of them played 2 games. You can see South Korea actually destroyed the Czech Republic, which is key because they are in the same pool. And then, they kind of split this one. Japan won the first game, then they tied the second game. So that's kind of how that one went. And there are a ton of friendly matches in 2026, which is pretty crazy. They obviously kick off on February 22nd. Czechia, or the Czech Republic, is playing the most games, I'm pretty sure. I think they play 6 or 7 games throughout this whole thing. But they're going to be in Asia playing a lot of the Japanese teams. So that's where a lot of these teams are playing. So we can just kind of scroll through and just see how many teams are playing multiple of the games. And obviously, a lot of the MLB teams are getting involved as well, which is very exciting. So it all kicks off on March 3rd for the MLB teams. As you can see, basically everyone is going to play a country, basically. So you guys can see some of the matchups right here. It was kind of funny when they released some of the spring training rosters. So people were confused by seeing a whole country they're playing against. So yeah, that's where you have a lot of the pre-friendly games. I'm pretty sure most of the countries are playing 2 games, it looks like. I think everyone's at least playing 2 games, which is going to be pretty exciting. They also did this in 2023 for that tournament as well. So nothing really new here happening, but thought I'd just mention that your team will probably play a country. So you can kind of see how that goes with some of the countries and some of their rosters as well, which will be kind of exciting. Obviously, they're not going to be going extremely hard in the paint, but they will still be going pretty hard. So that's kind of where it stands when it comes to the friendly matches. There's going to be a lot of them. I don't think you can watch them. I'm not totally sure if they were broadcasted, to be honest. I'm not totally sure. I don't know if the one in Japan's or in Japan were like these ones were. I'm not totally sure about that. But obviously, they want to have these games, at least the 2025 ones were to get certain players on the roster, right? So that's kind of where they were at. The 2026 ones are just to practice with your team, right? That's how it's gonna work. So we can see the games being played in Japan, Taiwan, and then obviously in the United States. So that's where we're at with the pre-friendly games. All these are going to be in spring training for most of the countries and teams. That's where most of the players will be at. So if anyone wants to go to any of the games, make sure you guys get your tickets. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely going to be a fun one to watch. So let's actually go to the group stage and how this tournament is actually going to work. All right, because it is very interesting how it's going to work. So let me just write this down real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. We're going to go over to the pool stage. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. All right, there we go. And just says the MLB YouTube is streaming the Japan games. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Actually, I know that, MJ. So appreciate the tip, my man. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, definitely like the stream for sure, man. As we continue and move forward. So yeah, let's get into the pool stage, right? So how it's going to work, basically round robin format. Everyone plays each other. So it's basically how it works. So we can see the Pool A schedule right here. Obviously, this is the local time zone it's happening, the venue, the road team, the home team, scores, attendance, box score, everything like that. Basically, every pool has 2 games played per day. So as you can see, Pool A kicks off on March 6th with an afternoon game and a night game. That's basically how it works. Now, this time zone, I think, is 1 ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So this game happens at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then the next game happens, I think, at 19 is 8, 9? Something like that. Not totally sure. But yeah, you can just do the time conversion to whatever time zone you live in to watch. But how it's working this year, since there's one in Houston, Miami, and Puerto Rico, there's going to be a lot of games on at the same time because the time zones are very similar. So the Puerto Rico one's going to be on. Then we're going to go to, Miami, and then Houston or something like that. Or Houston, Miami, something like that. So there's going to be at least 3 games on at once, which we haven't seen in a while. In 2023, we had Japan and Taiwan. So we got 2 games going kind of at the same time. One was obviously later than the other, which was pretty cool. And then over in the States, once again, we kind of had the same thing with 2 games going on. So it's going to be a little bit more. There's going to be 3 games going on at once, which is going to be pretty crazy. So if you guys are in the United States like I am, Then obviously the Japan games will be on super early in the morning, and then we'll get one, well, I think later in the day or something like that. And then, obviously when it gets 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, then these games will start up, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, it's going to be pretty chaotic with how many games are going on at once, for sure. So yeah, you can obviously see. So how it works is you play 4 games over what, like 5 or 6 days, basically. And you do get a day off. So if we just take a look, if we follow Panama right here, they play the first day right here. Then on the 7th, they play Puerto Rico. Then on the 8th, they play Canada. And then on the 9th, they play Colombia. And then the 10th, 11th would be like their day off, for example. So that's kind of how it works. So for a country like Canada, they have the first day off, which kind of the worst days to have off, in my opinion. I think you want to play 2 off and then play 2 more. I think that's probably the best schedule to have, in my personal opinion. Usually the host gets the favored schedule, which Puerto Rico has, as you can see. So that's kind of how it works. So that's why you want to host as well, because you do get more of a favorable schedule, because I think you get to choose. So that's how Pool A is going to work. Let's take a look at Pool B. As you guys can see, this is Central Standard Time. This one, does it highlight? Yes, it does. Yeah, this is the Atlantic time zone. Yeah, so Atlantic time zone, then Eastern, and then Central is how it's going to work, which is going to be pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, going down to Pool B, once again with the United States, Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. Basically, same function how it works here. It starts on the 6th, goes to the 11th. I don't really know why this year, because normally it's 2 a day. I don't know why after the 9th it's 1 and then 1. Not sure why they're doing that. Maybe because, I don't know, teams got to qualify. Maybe it's easier for the tiebreakers. Not totally sure how that works, but I guess that's what they're doing this year. So this is Pool B right here. Once again, you can see the United States gets the favorable schedule because they're the host. So that's basically how that works. Let's go to Pool C, which is all going to be held in Asia. This is obviously what, the Japanese time zone, right? Japanese Standard Time. So you got to convert that, which is like super early in the morning in the States. I remember that. One of the games is super early in the morning. So that's how that's going to work. But yeah, once again, Japan gets their Japan actually isn't favored with the home schedule, in my opinion, but I don't know if they got to choose, but it looks like, Australia has that favored one with the 2-2. So we'll see if that helps them at all, but they start on the 5th and they go to the 10th. So it's a little bit earlier in the Japan one, just because they have to travel to the States after these games. So that's kind of how it works. Then over in Pool D, they start on the 6th and they go to the 11th. So that's how this one is going to work, with Venezuela, the Dominican Republic, Netherlands, Israel, and Nicaragua. So that's kind of what we have for this one. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So obviously Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, Atlantic Standard Time, and then Japanese Standard Time is all the time zones. And if you are in the United States, everything's going to be on Fox. So Fox Sports is where you're going to be able to watch everything. If you're in Japan, I think it actually says at the bottom with the broadcast. Yeah, we could actually go to the broadcast over here. Yeah, so here's the broadcasting for all the countries. They haven't released all of them yet, but these are where you can watch the majority because most people are going to be on Fox Sports on the English broadcast or the Spanish broadcast, because that's what most people speak in the world that is going to be watching this tournament and a lot of the countries that are in it, right? We can see Japan's obviously on Netflix for the first time. That was pretty big news when that broke, but most people will be watching on Fox Sports or your local television stations, whatever they got in your particular country. So that's what we got. So that's kind of how the pools, that's how it works. Basically, most of the time with this format, you're going to have to win 3 games. Most of the time, you can get lucky if you get like a 2-2 situation with some tiebreakers. You can get lucky, but most of the time to get out, you got to go 3-1. Most of the time, we can actually take a look at the 2023 World Baseball Classic to kind of see how those pools played out. You basically needed to go 3-1, 2-2 if you got lucky. We had a crazy pool with the first one. This was crazy. Every team went 2-2. Like, this was something that I haven't seen before. There was some crazy qualification or tiebreaker. Here it is. It was runs allowed per defensive out recorded, which was just crazy. And there was some I remember they brought this on the broadcast. It was some crazy formula that you had to do to figure out for each country, and it was wild. So yeah, this was super rare to see. I don't think we're ever going to see something like that again. But yeah, the pools can get pretty wild. So there were definitely some good teams in this, like the Netherlands and I think Taipei that missed out, honestly speaking. But yeah, that one was pretty crazy. We can obviously take a look at Pool B from 2023. Basically, you had to go 3-1 to get out, right? Japan went 4-0, 3-1, 2-2, 1-3, and 0-4 was not good enough. We can go to the Pool C, which both teams went 3-1, as you can see. And then Pool D, once again, kind of same thing, 4-0, 3-1 is what you need. So that's basically what you need to do to advance when it comes to, that whole situation to get out in the pools. So that's kind of what you have to counter. That's kind of what you have to look at. So, for example, if we're going to cover, Japan, well, they're not really, because Japan's going to probably win every game. They're not a good country. But let's use the United States, for example. So, the United States, right? They play Brazil, they play the UK, they play Mexico and Italy. So, obviously, the toughest matchup is probably going to be Mexico, just judging how both countries are very good. You know what I mean? So, that is probably going to be the hardest game. So, I imagine someone will go 4-0 in this group. And the other country will go 3-1, and then everyone else will be out. That's kind of how I'm seeing this group, but it could be an upset. Like I said, if there's an upset, I mean, anything can happen, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how it works with the pools. Whenever I see the Netflix, I automatically think Stranger Things. Yo, MJ. Yeah, the Stranger Things did come out. I have never watched Stranger Things. I don't know. I've never watched Stranger Things. So, yeah, L Streamer, right? So that's how pools work, right? We're going to go to the knockout stage next, which is this one, and kind of explain how the knockout stage works. It's pretty simple if you see, a normal traditional bracket before. It shouldn't be too complicated. Knockout stage. Bada boom. So, knockout stage, basically, like I said, the top two teams advance, right? Top two teams advance from the pools, and they play in certain orders. There is a clause that I think is very stupid, I'm not going to lie, which we're going to cover. So if you're the winner of Pool B, you're going to play the runner-up of Pool A. That's basically how it works, and you can obviously see the locations are all in the United States. They're going to use Houston for 2 games, and then Miami for the rest of it is how it's going to work. So, like I said, this is the clause I don't like. If the United States advances, they will play their quarterfinals game on March 13th, while if Japan advances, they will play on March 14th. Is that the clause? I don't know. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Pool. No. I don't know if that is. But my whole point with this is they want both teams on the opposite sides of the bracket. That was my whole point, right? Which I don't like because actually back in the day, fun fact, we can actually scroll to it, I'm pretty sure. I think I was one of the ones in the 2000s, right? Let me scroll back. It was one of the ones in the 2000s. It wasn't 17, I don't think. I don't think it was 17. Also, different World Baseball Classics had different formats, which was pretty cool. Do I think the format is the best? Not really. I kind of like this format where you basically got, if you advanced in the other pools, you went to another pool to play, which I thought was pretty cool. Not going to lie. No, it wasn't 2017. It ended up being, it wasn't 2013, I don't think. Let me see. No. Yeah, I think it was 2009 that it happened. Let me see. Might have been 2009, chat, that they wanted them on opposite sides of the thing. Yeah, because then they go to the pool 1. Let me see. Yeah, because a matchup like this happened, for instance, which is funny. I don't know. I think I saw, maybe it was the first one. I don't remember. But yeah, certain teams got to be on certain sides of the bracket so they can match up in the final. Whoop-de-doo, I know. So lame. It is what it is. No, I think it was that one. Well, whatever. But yeah, that's why they do the pots the way they do. Just so certain teams can be on the sides of the bracket, and that's why the United States and Japan always host, because they probably are some of the better countries that will always go to the knockout stage. To be honest, because there are certain teams that are just always going to be here. I feel like, in my opinion. Did I grow up with that show? You should definitely watch it. It's mad long, isn't it? And I also am not a big show guy. I know, weird, right? Not a big show guy, but I might have to check it out, MJ. We'll see. Yeah, so knockout stage. That's basically how it works. Knockout stage. That's basically how it works is whatever, if you're the winner or you're the runner-up, you play basically pool C, D, A, B, right? That's how it works, and then you advance. So there you have it. That's how that whole knockout stage works. Pretty simple, single elimination bracket. You basically play back-to-back days for the most part, just depending on where you're seated in the bracket, is what you'll play. the 13th, 15th, 17th, or you can play 14th, 16th, 17th, you know what I mean, if you're on this side. So that's kind of how it works. That's kind of how the second round works. They used to do cooler things. So, the top two teams, instead of going for the knockout stage, they would immediately go to another pool, and then you have to go in the top two again, and then it'd be like a smaller bracket of just 4 teams instead of the 8 we have now, which low-key you play more games, which I think is more competitive. I think it's more fun. You get to see matchups you sometimes might not see with the traditional pools, but this is the format they've done the last 2 times now, so we'll kind of see what happens. But yeah, they have this weird clause on teams playing a certain day, which is whatever, but that is basically everything you got to know about the World Baseball Classic. That's how it works. That's how the knockout stage works. That's how all these matches work. That's how the pool stage works. We talked about the friendlies, the venues, the draw, the qualification. We talked about everything like that. So hopefully that makes sense to everyone who maybe doesn't know what this tournament is, or you're trying to learn about it. I just follow the Wikipedia page. It's very simple to follow. I would definitely recommend following it. So that's basically how it works. So hopefully that makes sense to y'all with the whole with the whole tournament and the whole bracket. Also, I will mention, you can definitely take a look at the World Baseball and Softball Confederation if you want to learn about how teams got, their position, how they got, this high up in the world. You can take a look at basically any country and see what tournaments they played in, and things like that. That's why, you might have seen a couple pictures of some MLB players playing for Team USA. You know what I mean? They played in these 15U, 18U, 12U tournaments, all these tournaments that they played in, obviously to get exposure for themselves, but also play for your country, which is pretty cool. So that's also something to look forward to when it comes to the whole point system and everything like that as well. So, the point system to me is still a little bit confusing for some tournaments that don't count as points. Some do. A little bit weird in my opinion, like when Baseball United had their little Middle East Cup, none of those counted as points, which was kind of unfortunate, just because I thought it was a good tournament that could have, but yeah, I think it has to be like officially registered or something like that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, definitely take a look at the website if you're wondering about it a little bit more. So like I said, that's basically everything about the rosters and everything like that. We can go ahead and try to tackle the rosters. That's basically everything about the tournament. We can go ahead and try to tackle the rosters. Obviously, they're not all confirmed yet, and there's low-key, some of them can be hard, right, to figure out. But we're going to go ahead and do our best. I've pulled a couple countries that we know so far, a couple that, honestly, I haven't heard anything about. So we'll kind of just wait and see. But like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Hopefully that was a good explanation of kind of how everything works, kind of what to be prepared for, everything like that, you know what I mean? So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little breakdown. Loki cry in the final, was it really that good? Dude, I might have to watch. I don't know. I saw one of the episodes got like a really bad rating, so I'm not sure. Was it good? Noah for America? Hell yeah, bro. So we'll yeah, I like I said, I haven't watched any of it. When I was younger, one of the kids in one of my math classes said I looked like one of the characters in the show, and that's pretty much all I heard about for Stranger Things. So that's about it. Bro's the definition of America. Remember, I mean, you're low key not wrong, Noah. Like you're low key not wrong. I got the flag. I got the hat. We got the sunglasses. I mean, all I would need was like a firearm. That's about it. You know what I mean? That's literally it. That's basically it. So, there you go. But yeah, the episodes usually get 8.6 or 8.7 stars. Yeah, I saw they're really positive. I saw one of them got a bad rating. I don't know, obviously why. I haven't watched, so I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like I really don't know what's going on there. If I had to be honest, because I look like Mike. Yeah, see, someone said I look like one of the characters, but I honestly forgot their name. Also, chat, if you're wondering, yeah, I got 2 pairs of glasses on. I'm actually gonna take this pair off because it's honestly hurting my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. And I can actually see now. But dude, when you have sunglasses on, your vision is just so dark. But I think I look cooler with the sunglasses on. You know what I mean? All right. So yeah, that is basically how the tournament works. what to look out for, the dates, all the countries, everything like that. We're actually getting to some of the roster parts, which, is going to be the hard part and the fun part, I guess you can call it, of the stream. So obviously, there's no like official website. Like, you literally can't look this up, and it's actually annoying. I mean, you can, but you can't. If I go to the World Baseball Classic website right here, I'll pull it up for you guys. Yeah, if I go to the website, it doesn't tell you the rosters. So here, I'll pull this up. So I go boom, bada boom. Like, if you click on the countries, it doesn't tell you the roster. So if I click on Australia, nothing. If I click on Brazil, it has their qualifying roster, right? This is the team they've qualified with. Is this going to be the actual team? Absolutely not, because, like Bobichet's going to be on this team, for example. So those are the countries. I mean, this is Brazil's qualifying roster. We can go over the qualifying countries and then go over some of them. I guess we could do that, but it's hard to find information on a lot of the other countries. Some of them that don't get the best coverage. So this is Brazil's qualifying roster they had. Honestly, they played pretty well in the qualifiers. I thought when I was watching, at least, they definitely had some quality talent. I'm excited to see how the Bichette brothers do. Honestly, that's like the main talking point about this squad. But they honestly didn't play that bad I'm not trying to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh my God. Colombia had their roster. This roster is going to get even better, by the way, because there weren't as many people or there weren't as many players that they could choose from, for example. So I already know this roster is going to get better. The only MLB player they had was Gio Urshela. That was the only MLB guy I think they had on this team, unless some of the guys were in the minors. I think they had a couple. Yeah, like they had Julio Teheran, for example. He got to play. Not many guys I see on the list. But yeah, obviously Chinese Taipei's roster, I'm pretty sure this is going to change as well, because they could have a lot more players on here. But obviously Hugh Chang was the big one that played. I mean, he was pretty good for this team. But yeah, there's going to be more players that get added. And then obviously the last country, which was Nicaragua. They have a couple guys I think they're going to add to this squad, but I think this is a pretty similar squad we're going to see. Obviously, Mark Vientos is going to be on this team, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty similar squad, I think, that we saw around the corner. So that's basically how it works. Cash Money just goes, can I get mod, please? So Cash Money, the thing is, I've never seen you in the chat before. So I don't know if I could trust you, you know what I mean? Plus, I don't really like, the thing is, I don't really need mods because I can do it myself for the most part. So I just kind of give them out to people I trust, to be honest. That's basically it. There's only 2 of them, so that's kind of how that works. So those are the 4 qualifying rosters that we have. Like I said, I think most of them are going to change, to be honest. I don't think a lot of them are going to stay the same, at least, especially with Brazil. Colombia is definitely going to get better. The only one that could probably stay the same is maybe Nicaragua, but honestly, it's kind of doubtful with some of the players that could play for them, because you get open up to a lot of MLB talent at that point, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, that will be pretty cool. Write that down. All right, there we go. So those are the qualifier countries. I don't really have any intel on a lot of these countries. Colombia, there were a couple guys, but there weren't nothing crazy. So we're gonna go over what Sean put out. Shout out to Sean on Twitter, man. He makes it a lot easier doing this. Well, we can actually start here before we go with Sean. Well, we had to ask, right? We had to ask AI what was going on, right? We had to ask AI what was going on, right? This is what AI told me. If anyone's curious, if you ask AI these questions, I said, give me all the players that have committed to play in the World Baseball Classic for their country so far. We can obviously see the United States, which even this roster, I don't even think is accurate. Because I think there's a couple more players, maybe. Yeah, because like Matt Boyd's not on here, for example. So yeah, there was a couple more players that got to get added to this list. But yeah, the USA is obviously pretty good. They're pretty stacked up. I definitely think the pitching is way more serious than it was in 2023 because in 2023 the bullpen low key carried. Like the starting pitching was trash, so like the bullpen carried that team, and obviously good hitting helped. Scoring more runs, but yeah, the bullpen carried that team. This time, I think the starting pitching is going to carry the team. To be honest, I really like the starting pitching as on this Team USA team, and I'm definitely excited. I mean, Skeens, Schoolboy, Ryan, Logan Webb. I mean, that four is just going to be godlike, chat. Like that four is literally already insane off the jump. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to see them play. I'm not gonna lie. I think USA is gonna cook. They have a shot to go undefeated. Kind of doubtful. I think Mexico could be a good opponent, but there is a world where they could go undefeated, which would be pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I think that would that would be hype. I think we'd all want to see that. You know what I mean? I'm Team USA. If you can't tell, I mean, might be a little challenging to tell, but yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they go all the way. I mean, obviously in 2017 it was a lot of fun to watch them. So we'll see. We'll see if they can go all the way, baby. But yeah, I like Team USA's team a lot as well. So this is what it gave me for the Dominican Republic. Not even close to their actual roster. There were way more players, I'm pretty sure, that are in there. So there you go. Japan, it gave me literally Otani. That was it. There's like 7 other players committed, but Otani's the one I got. So there you go. Yeah, ChatGPT obviously not cooking. Australia is pretty accurate. These are the 3 biggest players that are playing, at least for Team Australia. There's obviously more, but yeah, those are some of the ones. This is actually a pretty accurate list for Canada. I'm not gonna lie. They actually did a pretty good job at getting a lot of players. I do have a list for that as well, but this is actually pretty accurate. I feel like it's pretty accurate if it's like a known report. You know what I mean? Like for some of them, we don't know. Like a lot of these come from Yahoo Sports. I mean, do we really trust Yahoo Sports? Not really sure in my opinion, but Venezuelan just has Salvi Perez. Team Mexico, they obviously announced a ton of stuff, which we're going to go over in this stream about their roster. So it's a little bit more than 2 players. Team Italy, I think Pasquantino is playing. I don't know if Rizzo is, to be honest. Maybe he is. And then Israel has Garrett Stubbs, Dean Kramer, and Bader so far. I think that is pretty accurate for Israel. Puerto Rico is just Lindor, and there's a couple other players that committed. The Netherlands is Bogarts and Raffia. Those are the 2 biggest, but I'm pretty sure Didi's going to play again. Scope's going to play again. I'm pretty sure Jansen's playing as well for them, so we'll kind of see. Yeah, Martin's the captain on Czechia. That was confirmed. And then Quintana, I'm pretty sure, is playing with Colombia. So that's what ChatGPT gave me. Obviously not the best, right? Let's just be honest. Obviously not the best. And I tried to ask it for the 35-man rosters, and it didn't cook. So, yeah, obviously not the best, but it is what it is. See, no one's never watched Stranger Things either, but that's what I'm saying. USA all the way. See, I agree, MJ. Let's go, baby. People love the show. I watch the YouTube Shorts clips all the time. You know what YouTube Shorts clips I've been seeing from the show Suits? I've been seeing that one all the time on my feed. I don't really know why. I used to see like all the time, and then it just kind of faded away. It's the most lovable show. I got my friend into it. Yeah, like it's also with Breaking Bad. Like I see those clips all the time too with like Breaking Bad. So it is what it is. So there's a couple of shows I'll be seeing. I'm not a big shows guy though, chat. I'm really not. Like I'm not a big show person. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So yeah, this is what ChatGPT gave me. Obviously not the best. This was an article that was written on December 20th when it was talking about MLB players that are going to be playing. Let me write this down. Here we go. Cover season 1, episode 1. I have seen those clips. No, I ain't gonna lie. I have seen those ones. And they were funny. All right, so this article came out talking about MLB players that are lined up for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. This came out December 20th, so it's a little bit ago, but it is like a little good read. Obviously goes over the tournament and stuff. these are the players that USA has. These were the official ones at the World Baseball Classic. I think D-Road has done a pretty good job with this squad so far. But Corbin Carroll, Armstrong, Henderson, Holmes, Judge, McNeil, Miller, Raleigh, Ryan, Kyle Schwarber, Skeens, Skubal, Smith, Terang, Webb, and Witt Jr. Pretty solid team so far. I'm not going to lie. I really like this team, and I'm obviously excited to see what other players are going to be on the bench or what other players could start. It's going to be a pretty fun time. Those are the MLB players for Team USA. Like I said, for Australia, we kind of covered this already with Travis Bonanza and Liam Hendricks. Those are obviously huge pieces. I mean, Travis Bonanza is going to be super good, I think, for this team, which is going to be pretty exciting for the Australian squad. And then for the DR, it's just Camillaria. That's it. They do have a stacked squad. There is more players. I think more players got announced for the DR after this because their squad is looking very scary, not going to lie. And then Israel's the same thing that we covered. Pascotino. Japan has more. Mexico has more. And then Nicaragua is right. It's just Vientos. Same with Puerto Rico and Venezuela. So that's what the article gives me. Not the most insightful thing we've ever seen, but that's what it's giving me right now. So we're going to kind of cover it. It's going to be a little bit random with how we cover it. There's not really an order I have set up here, to be honest. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit random. So we got a couple tweets we're going to pull up. Let's start with Canada. Let's go north of the border. Let's go. Actually, let's go here first. What's the next stream? I was asking what the next stream when we're still doing the current stream. I don't know. You're going to have to wait and find out, buddy. How you doing? You can wait and find out. Slash rosters. All right. So yeah, let's cover these rosters. This is the most recent report about Canada that we've seen with the players that they have so far. Pretty accurate. A lot of these guys are prospects, but, you know, obviously Matt Browish, right? You know, we got James Paxton in here. Cal's been in the league or been retired for, I think, a little bit. But something like that. But yeah, a lot of prospects, a lot of decent players for Canada so far. So definitely could be a pretty solid squad. But once again, they're in the wild card group, so they got a good shot to get out. I'm not going to lie. I think they got a pretty good shot if this is the year they get out of that group in Pool A. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, that's the one we got on Canada so far. Answer the damn question. Noah. Thing is, I like you, right? But we're not going to be threatening me in the chat, right? You know what I mean? Answer the damn question. See, now he's getting a little heated now. You know what I mean? He's getting a little heated. Like more MLB The Show? No, I'm not playing MLB The Show. Dude, I'm done with that game, bro. I'm done with that game, Jack. I do not want to play MLB The Show 25 anymore. Remember's about to blow leads. Bro, he not gonna... Oh, here we go. But yeah, so that is the recent report on Canada, at least, that we have. Yeah, he's getting hostile. So yeah, this is the one on Canada right now that we have. We can actually move over to Colombia. This is the most recent one from the 29th about their roster so far. This is what they have. Only a couple of players, but obviously Urshela is going to play. Ramiro's going to play. They're going to have a ton more players. Julio Teheran, Jose Quintana. Not a horrible roster as it stands right now, but definitely going to be pretty solid for the most part. And yeah, and then he updated it, so there was another player that said he was going to be in there with Julio Teheran. So that's kind of their roster right now. Low-key, not terrible, but definitely going to get a lot better. And it obviously needs to be filled out more as we get into the tournament. You know what I mean? It's got to be filled out more as we get into the tournament. I can go from mean to laughing. Hold on. The hat's like messing me up. Anyways, I can go from mean to making Roy laugh. Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. So yeah, that's Colombia. Once again, they have to fill it out more with theirs. This is Japan's current roster, by the way. Honestly, a lot of the pitching is basically done. They just need some hitters. You know what I mean? We gotta get some hitters on this team. So I mean, the rotation is going to be really good with Kikuchi, Otani, Yamamoto. I think that's going to be really good. Obviously, Murakami's going to play, which is pretty cool. And they have some of their other Japanese players in there. But yeah, just definitely need the hitters more. We'll see if some of the Japanese guys in the MLB want to play. But we'll kind of just wait and see on Japan, to be honest. But yeah, this is all they got right now, and that's why they're playing a lot of their friendlies, I think, to kind of finalize this roster, right? So that's kind of what Japan has at the moment. Um, I can go from chilling to making Roy blush, and then Noah goes, "Whoa, nah." Yeah, Noah's not on that type of timing, I guess. I'm not sure. Um, so there you go. Obviously, Team USA is pretty full at this point. This is why this is one of the better rosters, just because we kind of know what to expect. But honestly, very solid squad. I mean, really solid rotation. I mean, literally the best two pitchers in the MLB on your team is pretty solid. The infield with Tehran, obviously Bobby Witt Jr., Henderson, Harper. Once again, need a third baseman. Would love to see a guy like Nicholas Kurtz on this team, if you ask me. The catcher is really good with Cal Raleigh and Will Smith, best catchers in the league for hitters as well. We'll kind of see what the third catcher is going to be. And then the outfield looks really good. Corbin Carroll and Pete Crow are just very fast players. So that's always a good thing. Obviously, Judge will play right field. I imagine Kyle Schwarber is going to DH like normal. And then the bullpen's very good. I mean, Mason Miller, definitely a solid closer. Griffin Jackson, I think, super underrated in my opinion. Garrett Whitlock, I think, can be very good. Nolan McNeil, a very good player. Matt Boyd, obviously a very good player. Like, chat, this team might go all the way. And they're still like, I know they already have two shortstops, but like, I think Trey Turner should start because he was really good in 2023, right? I mean, there's people said Pete Alonso. I don't know if Pete Alonso. I kind of like Nicholas Kurtz instead, but yeah, this team's good. USA's good. USA combines for like 300 home runs, a whole career of home runs. Hey, you're not wrong, bro. They're low key him. So hopefully they go all the way, chat. Hopefully they go all the way. Let's move on to Puerto Rico. They have 6 players as it stands right now. So not really much going on in Puerto Rico. But just Carlos Correa and Lindor is what we got with Jose Barrios. Like I said, Lugo on this team as well. So once again, just going to need more players from them. This is obviously from the 17th. So we'll see with Puerto Rico moving forward. Then we go to the Dominican Republic, which has a really good roster. I mean, this team, oh my God, chat. The hitters on this team are actually insane. I mean, you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you got Ketel Marte, you got Perdomo, you got Jose Ramirez, you got Julio, Juan Soto, and Tatis. I mean, like, this team is winning it all. Like, are we serious? I mean, let's just break it down. You have Juan Soto, was an MVP runner-up. You have Perdomo, MVP runner-up. Tatis, Padres' best player. Julio, Seattle's best player, or one of Seattle's best players. Ketel Marte, MVP runner-up. Manny Machado, once again, one of the Padres' best players. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., probably the Blue Jays' best player. So, yeah, pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, Junior Caminario, super fast guy. Very excited to have him on this team. Yonder Diaz, once again, another good player. Just a godlike squad, if you ask me. Like, literally an insane squad. And then you got Sandy Alcantara, Carlos Estes. I mean, Edwin Uceta. I mean, this team's just godlike. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this team's already godlike. And they haven't even had, like, half the roster confirmed. So, literally going crazy as it stands. The WBC is better than the World Cup. Yeah, in fact, not going to lie. They're winning. Yeah, this team's good, bro. Like the DR's got a good shot to win. He's the GOAT. Damn, you're a really big fan of him, eh? You're a really big fan of Rojas. So, yeah, that's the DR right now. Very good squad, I'm not going to lie. This was the dream team. If you want to look at if this was the dream team that I talked about a while ago, it's basically like spot on. Like, it's basically spot on to what they actually have. Shout out to Class A. Obviously, he's going to be gone. But it's basically spot on to what they have, which is pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, this is going to be a good team. The DR's one to look out for sure. For sure. And then the last one was on Cuba. This country we really haven't heard anything from. I think one of the most least talked about countries. But these were the 6 MLB players that were on the roster right now. Obviously, Andy Page is probably their best one. Andy Abanya is going to be really good. Yohan Moncada. The one that's interesting is Luis Robert Jr. is not on here. That one was interesting to me. He played in 2023, but he's not on the team. So, or the roster. So that one was a little bit weird. He was left out. I don't know if he didn't want to play or what was going on there, but He obviously played in 2023, was actually pretty good for Cuba. One of the reasons they actually qualified. But yeah, he's not on the one for 2026. So I don't know. Is what it is. But yeah, that's Cuba as it stands right now. So those are the couple of countries that we actually have info for, to be honest, because like a couple of them, bro, like we don't got any info. You know what I mean? Like we literally got no info on them. So that's kind of where we stand right now with a couple of those countries. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's kind of hard to find information on the rosters. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it was hard finding information for the stream. For the roster information, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at on the rosters. I could go over some predictions on what I think is going to happen. We could cover that next. Kind of what I think is going to happen in each pool, because I think there could be a different outcome. You know, there obviously could be upsets, obviously, but we'll kind of wait and see what's going to be going on with the Classic. That's what y'all saying in the chat. He's second to JT. Yeah, 2022 Reese Hoskins was goated. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was very good. Reese a second, and right, yeah, bro. I definitely agree. All-time guard teams up with the third pitcher class, bro. Cooked. So yeah, those are all the rosters and stuff. Obviously, we're gonna get more info once they actually get announced and things like that. Just because we don't, really know a lot of them. Like we said, I think it's February 3rd they get confirmed at the moment. So. That's obviously going to be fun to look at all the rosters and things like that, and then we can actually make predictions into what we see right now. I'm going to go over some early predictions right now. We're going to cover some early predictions on what I think is going to happen. Obviously, this could change, you know what I mean? So just kind of keep that in consideration. This could change, because there could be a couple of players that get on these teams that make them just infinitely better, you know what I mean? So we'll wait and see. Boom, bada boom. So yeah, let's go over some predictions. In Pool A, right? Man, this low-key might be a hard one to predict, just because we really don't know a ton about the teams right now. Now I think about it. I don't know. This one actually might be hard to check, because this is like the wild card one. Pool A is the wild card, so I really don't know. Everyone's hitting me up on my phone right now. Goddamn. Yeah. Yeah, so let's go over the predictions. Pool A is going to be the wild card. This one is going to be tough to kind of predict. I would assume Puerto Rico would get out. They're definitely the strongest country in here. But then that second slot, man, it could really be any of these teams. Like, I don't think Cuba is going to be that good, in my personal opinion. I thought they got lucky last year. I didn't think they were going to be good, to be honest, in 2023. And then they ended up getting through at that 2-2 crazy wildcard group. But I don't see them getting out. I really don't. I think, this is going to be hard. I think if I had to predict it, I would go Puerto Rico 1. I go Colombia 2. I go Canada. I go Panama 3, Canada 4, Cuba 5. That's what I would go. I'm just not a big fan of Cuba. Like, I don't know. I just don't think they're going to perform good. I just don't think they have the talent pool. They're low-key just looking for players to defect at that point. I'm not really sure what's going on there. They've been the most secretive about it. They weren't at the winter meetings. I don't got a lot of confidence in Cuba, to be honest with y'all. Now, they could definitely shock everyone, but I think Colombia, Puerto Rico probably get out of this group if I had to guess. We'll wait and see. Let's go on to Pool B. This one's pretty obvious. I think the United States and Mexico get out. 1 and 2. Doesn't really matter in my opinion. I think 3, 4, and 5 is an interesting question, because this is obviously qualification for the next World Baseball Classic. So that's obviously really important for these countries. But I just have to put Brazil 5. Like, I just don't see them beating Great Britain or Italy. So I'd probably put Italy. I'd probably have this right now. You know what I mean? I low-key probably have this right now. US 1, Mexico 2, Italy 3, Britain 4, Brazil 5. I probably have that right now. Be honest with y'all. That's probably what I have for Pool B right now. I don't know if Brazil wins a game, man. We'll see. They could be Britain or Italy, but we'll see. Pool C. Japan's obviously going to be number 1. That's a known fact. I want to say Korea is going to be 5. I think Korea is going to be the one that's left out here. Korea hasn't really been good since what, 2009, 2013 maybe. They just been struggling recently with their teams. Who the hell is from Brazil? Bobachet's playing in Brazil. That's who. That's who's gonna play, bro. Um, I know Harry Ford is from the UK. Yeah, Harry Ford's gonna cook, bro. Harry Ford's gonna cook. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Harry Ford guy. I'm not gonna lie. So shout out to the go Henry Ford. Um, anyways, back to baseball. But yeah, Japan's gonna be number one. I think it's just tough. Like it's really tough to predict this, but I think Japan. Then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oof. I would probably say Australia, Chinese Taipei, then Czechia. So I go Japan, Australia, Chinese Taipei, Czechia, Korea. That's kind of where I would go. I think Australia is getting really good this year. And plus, if they play the same way they played in 2023, man, like low key, they got a shot. I'm not gonna lie, low key, they got a shot. So that's what I'm gonna predict there. Pool D, like in my opinion, I I think Israel gets fourth. I think Nicaragua gets fifth. I think that's pretty locked in. Honestly, between the top three, it's kind of hard. I think Venezuela probably qualifies, but I really do think this group comes down to like I think these three teams come down to when you know they play the Netherlands, right? Because the Netherlands is low key a sleeper, like underrated team. I ain't gonna lie, like. Like the Netherlands is underrated. Like I love the Netherlands for that because they are a scary team because they got some good players. So, but yeah, I would have to put I'd put Dominican Republic one. I go Venezuela second. Um, then I go Netherlands three, Israel, then Nicaragua. That's kind of what I would go for this group in Pool D. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, everything could change. So that's kind of my early predictions for these groups and kind of what I see happening. Obviously, we still need the rosters. We still have the friendlies to go through. We still got a decent amount of time until we actually get to the World Baseball Classic, right? So that's kind of what I think what's going to happen in these predictions, at least for now. We'll kind of see. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally right. We'll kind of wait and see as it stands right now. No way you said Boba Fett friends team, bro. No, chat. There's no way. There's no way. Bichette, former Yankee, yes sir. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think this tournament's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting storylines, especially. We can kind of talk about the storylines because, like, there were a lot of storylines in 2023 that are definitely going to make a good impact in 2026. I think. Will Japan be able to repeat? Right? They obviously won the first two, then they came third in 2013, 2017. Then they won in 2023. Are they able to win again and go back to back in 2026? I don't know. Good question. They got a good shot though to do it. So we'll kind of wait and see. With that, can a new country win that isn't Japan, the Dominican, or the United States? We'll wait and see. We really don't know. But I think it'd be cool to have a new country win, 100%. But we'll kind of just wait and see. I mean, Japan's so good. I mean, looking at some of the runner-ups, like even Puerto Rico, 2013, 2017, like maybe they could put on a run. Even Mexico, they had a really good shot in 2023, and they choked. So we'll see. Maybe Venezuela, maybe the Netherlands. That's about it. I'd say probably half the countries don't have a good shot. So we'll kind of wait and see, man. We'll kind of wait and see. But not former future. Yeah. Maybe Bo Bichette signs with the Yankees. Never know. But yeah, so that's kind of the World Baseball Classic stuff. We basically went over everything about the tournament, how people qualify, what the tournament is. We went over the pools. We went over the friendly matches. We went over pool play, the knockout stage, the qualifier countries rosters. We went over the ChatGPT rosters. We went over that MLB article with the rosters. And then we went over quick World Baseball Classic predictions. And then for like I said, for storylines, there could be a ton. Like a new country winning, I think would be a huge one. I think country performing really well out of nowhere, like we saw with Mexico in 2023, was obviously very cool. there could be a ton, right? I mean, we'll kind of wait and see. Maybe we got a team from Europe that gets in. Maybe it's the Netherlands, maybe it's someone else. Who really knows? I think we could have a lot of interesting storylines. You know what I mean? Maybe Australia could be it. Australia's been a really fun team to watch for sure. So we'll kind of just wait and see, Chet. We'll kind of just wait and see what happens, and I think it's gonna be a fun watch for sure on whatever happens. And I'm super excited for the tournament. Hope you guys are too, for this tournament. But yeah, we're only gonna get more information as we get closer and closer to the tournament, which will be exciting. So yeah, definitely gonna be a fun one to watch. So basically covered everything I want to cover in this stream, which is very exciting. I know it was a little bit different stream for once. I normally we play some music, normally we chill out a little bit more. We don't be yapping as much, but I wanted to change it up, man. I wanted to change things up for this stream. You know what I mean? Make it more fun. So I'm always like to try new things. What are we yapping about in the chat? Spencer Jones traded to the Diamondbacks for shortstop DeVries. Like, bro, what are we talking about? DeVries ain't even on the Diamondbacks. Like, what are we talking about? Noah is fried, bro. Oh my, he's so cooked. But yeah, chat, that is basically everything I wanted to cover in this stream, man. If you guys enjoyed this World Baseball Classic stream, once again, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys had a good time in the chat. Shout out to Noah and MJ for being here. Appreciate you guys for showing up like always. Shout out to Cash Money for asking me for mod, even though he came through the chat. Really don't know what he was on, but shout out to him for asking that, I guess. Loki, we should talk about free agency. There's not really much to talk about free agency. Blue Jays are good. That's about it. A lot of players haven't signed. You know what I mean? We low-key could talk about free agency if we want to. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, definitely let me know in the comment section, or in the live chat. If you guys enjoyed like a different kind of stream, something like this, because I had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun doing this. We obviously got the outfit on. We got the cowboy hat. We had the sunglasses on. Got the USA flag. Got the World Baseball Classic shirt on. Hey, shot World Baseball Classic. Hey. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, gonna have timestamps up after the stream is over for the World Baseball Classic section. But yeah, we can talk about free agency. I'm down. Let's should make a note real quick. But yeah, so that is everything for the World Baseball Classic. Not much to talk about. But yeah, we can talk about free agency. Let's talk about it. We're gonna take the outfit off since we are no longer in classic mode. We're gonna take the fit off. Ooh, we can put some music on if we want to. Kind of chill out a little bit. Let me connect my headphones up. Let me get everything ready. I can get some tabs open. Yeah, I can show you a couple kind of my thoughts on where we're at with everything. Let me just get this headphone set up. We can put some music on too. I honestly thought the World Baseball Classic section would take a little bit longer, but it's only an hour, so it is what it is. All right, let me change this chat real quick. Just give me one moment as we swap everything on over. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me put some music on too. Let's go over here. Put some music on. Just give me 1 second. What does the question say? Right, who do you think Cody's gonna sign with? The only thing we heard is the Yankees, so I'm gonna assume the Yankees because we haven't heard anything else. I mean, I don't think anyone's trying to poach him at the moment that we know of, to be honest with y'all. I don't think he's getting poached by anyone else that we know of. So we'll see. All right, we'll put this on. Disconnected. Yes. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, cool. All right, chat. Get the music on. All right, bada bada ba bum badum badum. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go to Sport Tech. Sport Tech is my site. If y'all don't know, this is the site I use everything on, basically. This site I basically use everything. 88 players I've signed so far, chat. which is low-key a lot. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely a lot. That's definitely a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So, oh, this is already too loud. No way. Hey. Let me turn it down. All right. Yeah, I think. Is this the screen I want to be? Oh no, we gotta go to available. There we go. So guys left on the market. There's a lot of guys left. I mean, we can kind of go over each one of them if you want. Do that. I think he's gonna resign. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it is a matter of time. He's gonna make moves quick. Everyone's, yeah, I kind of agree, MJ. Yankees are getting fried. I ain't gonna lie. All right, this music is already, bro. Why is it so loud, bro? I feel like it's hella loud. I feel like I can't hear myself talk. There we go. All right, yeah, we can kind of go over it. I mean, we can kind of go over the most amount of players if we want to do something like that. Honestly, because a lot of these players heard something, but if we go over to Tucker, right, you can see his market value is $40 million. No, chat. There is no team that is giving him $40 million. I'm sorry, this is not happening. There's just no team that's giving him that much. Bro, like 40 mil? Bro, there's no way. He would have already have had... the thing is, he probably would have had to sign it by now. You know what I mean? Like, he probably would have had to sign by now. Like, there's just no way he's getting 40 mil. Like, there's just no way, chat. Like, there's literally no way. There's no way he's getting 40 mil. You know what I mean? So, I don't think Tucker's getting that much, bro. I really don't think he's getting that much. We'll see where he goes. I don't know. I don't think he's really worth that much money. I'd rather get someone else. Hal's not a good owner. George was such a better owner. Always gets... yeah, the old Yankees were definitely better for sure. Tucker going to the Jays, calling it. Like I say, happening though. The Jays have spent so much money already, though. I mean, just look, chat. If we go back to signed real quick, right? We do by team. Dude, look how much money they've already spent. Dylan Cease, 30 mil. The Japanese guy, 15. Taylor Rogers, 12, 10. They've already spent over what? What is that? 40, then fucking 55. They've already spent like 60 something. You know what I mean? Like brother, that's a lot. You know what I mean? But, you know, they did lose. I mean, they did lose Bichette. They could sign Bichette back, but I don't really see him going to the Jays. I don't really know where he's going to go. I don't see him going to the Dodgers either. You know, the Rockies could do something funny here, and I think about it, but we'll see. Not sure. Yeah, the Vladdy one in April. That's a good shout, Noah. That's a good shout. Dude, there's really a lot of teams you could go to. Like, there's generally a lot. So, the Jays do actually want to win. I will agree with that, MJ. The Jays have want to win. They're one of the teams that are actually spending money, and they're like the only team in the American League that's actually like doing a good job. Like, if we actually take a look and we actually break this down, like, I feel like they're the only team in the American League that's actually trying to win. You know what I mean? Cease, the Japanese guy, obviously pretty good signings. Like what are the Rangers do? Like, next, the Rays aren't winning. We know that. Seattle, I like the Naylor one. I thought the Naylor one was really good. I think their team is generally good, but a lot of guys were free agents. Yankees cooked. Josh Bell, I'm gonna save the franchise. The Angels, fold that team. The Royals, Lane Thomas is good. That's about it though. This was a good pickup for the Astros. I like this Japanese pitcher. I think he's gonna be good with the Astros. I think he's gonna be good. And the Astros were a decent team last year. They just missed by one game. So I think the Astros could be back. The Tigers are going to have to make any moves, to be honest, in my opinion. The Guardians picked up a couple pitchers. Kind of need it after your whole team gets suspended. White Sox, they're not going to win, even though Murakami is a great signing. The Orioles look good. The Orioles definitely look good. Like, the Orioles are looking good, chat. I like the Orioles. Right, they also got Taylor Ward, so I forgot to mention him too. But yeah, the Orioles look good. And the A's. So yeah, when you look at the actual signings this offseason from American League teams, the Blue Jays low-key have the best. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? They don't have the best. So that's kind of how it is right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I like the Boston trade. I thought the Boston trade was actually pretty solid when they got Contreras. I think Contreras, I don't know what happened with the Cardinals and him, but man, it just wasn't good over there. Like, it's crazy he left the Cubs to go with the Cardinals, thinking he was gonna win. Like, yo, diabolical decision if you ask me. But yeah, I don't know. He was interesting player. I really don't know what happened to him because he was really level-headed, and I think he went to the Cardinals and cooked, bro. I don't know what happened. More comments a good signing. Yeah, I think he's gonna be really good. And the great thing with him is it's only 2 years, so they could trade him. They could flip him at the deadline, which I think is perfect for them. Literally perfect for them. Which is gonna be phenomenal for the White Sox for sure. Phenomenal for the White Sox. Yeah, so honestly, there's just like there's a lot of players that signed already, but like yeah, I just don't see Tucker going anywhere. Like I was right now, I don't know where he's going. Now Valdez was linked to the Cubs. That was the last thing I heard about Valdez. I don't know if anyone else got anything on Valdez, but probably he was linked to the Cubs, so we'll see about that. I don't really know if that's gonna come to fruition, but that was kind of the last thing we heard about him. So we'll see. What was in my mind, Roy? Oh hell no. Oh my. I don't know about that one. Just check the Discord. My God. Bro, Noah cooked. Packer the Jays, man. You really think he's going to the Jays? But like, do you think he's getting 40 mil? Or what do you like? Like, what do you think his contract's gonna be? I think he gets like 20 or 30. There's no way he gets 40, bro. No way he gets 40. Yeah, Valdez, bro. Ross. Yo, if he goes to my team, bro, cooked, bro. We're not winning any championships. Holy. He's good, but dude, like, I was talking to my dad about this earlier. Bro, I have never seen this guy smile. Like, I've never seen him smile. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him happy. Interviews, never seen him happy. On the mound, never seen him happy. Winning the World Series, I think he was happy. That was it. I don't think I've ever seen him happy, bro. Like, and like, that's fine. Like, guys are locked in, they don't want to smile, whatever, right? That's cool. Like, even Scherzer did that. But when Scherzer's not playing, bro, he's smiling. Like, he's hella happy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. He's a weird guy. He's just a weird guy, in my opinion. I don't get it, chat. I don't get it, bro. But, yeah, we talked about Bellinger a little bit. Maybe he signs with the Yankees. They're arguing about the years with Bellinger. Who cares? I don't think it's that big of a deal. 10 years, $400 million to the Jays, calling it. 10 years, $400 million. What's the AAV on that? It's like 20 something. That's like 30. It's like, yeah, it's like 30 something. Something like that. No, it's like 4. No, it's like 35. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, it's 40. It's like 40. No, it's 4. Bro, I can't math, bro. I might have to do some more fast math. Goddamn. Like, well, yeah, if he was at that AAV, then it would be, yeah. We'll see. He's going down to the Texas Rangers. Yeah, I don't think so. You know what I mean? What does your dad think about the Yankees? My dad's pissed. My dad's just, like, disappointed. He's not, like, mad, but he's just, like, disappointed. He's not a... Yeah, see, that AAV would be crazy, though. He's not, like, mad. I think he's just more disappointed about the Yankee situation, to be honest. So, because, like, he's another guy. Like, my dad wants Spencer Jones to start. Like, we kind of agree on that. But, yeah, he's just kind of disappointed with the Yankees, especially with the teams around them getting better in their division. So, yeah, they're cooked. Alex Bregman. I don't think he's going to sign with anyone. Like, I generally don't know where he's going to sign. The thing about Bregman that's weird is, like, he signed a $40 million, $120 million 3-year contract for $40 million a year, right? With an opt-out in his first year, right? So it's like, if I'm going to give him $40 million, he's going to opt out after one season, why would I sign? Like, why would anyone sign? Right? Like, what? Like if I'm a team and he's going to want opt-outs in his contract because he's a Boris guy, why would I even sign him? That's like the logic that I would have if I was like a GM. Like, bro, I only want Bregman if there's no opt-outs. You know what I mean? Because, like, bro, I'm not giving him... Like, bro, I don't think he's getting more than $40 million. Like, does anyone actually think he's getting more than $40 million? Because I think that would be crazy, bro. Like, there's just no... Like, I think he should have opted into that contract. If I was him, right? If I was Bregman, I would have opted in, stayed for 2 more years with Boston, and then try to get an extension after I opted in. Right? Because he only had 26 and 27 guaranteed, but then you try to extend for 28, 29, 30 just to keep playing because he's 32, so he's getting up there in age, right? So I don't understand the concept with Bregman there. I think he's gonna get less. Unless he wants the years, then he'll take less, but I don't see it with Bregman. Diamondbacks, bro, what is with you guys in the Diamondbacks right now? Bregman and the Phillies, they don't need him. Get rid of that bum, Alec Bohm. Yeah, the Phillies aren't going to pay for him. They got bigger problems to worry about, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't know where Bregman goes. Ranger Suarez, haven't heard anything about him. I'd assume he re-signed, but never know. He didn't accept the qualifying, so there you go. And then one thing I will say about these players real quick, it is January 3rd when this stream is live, right? Today's January 3rd. Bro, you report to spring training in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Like, bro, you have no time. Like, you got 6 or 7 weeks, right? To report, right? Is that when people report, right? Let me look this up, chat. Let me look this up. MLB players report. Yeah, like mid-January, bro. You literally have 6 weeks, bro. So if I'm the team, bro, if I'm a team right now, bro, I have all the power in the world, bro. Like, I'm like you have all the power in the world, or like at least negotiating power, right? Excuse me. You have all the negotiating power right now. So that's why I don't get why some of these guys haven't signed, bro. Like, you have all the negotiating power if you're an MLB organization. You know what I mean? Because you gotta look at it like this for some of these top guys. Like these top guys, there's 30 teams, so there's 30 employers, right? If you look at it from a job perspective, 15 of those teams aren't gonna sign you because they don't have the money or don't need you. 15, like, it's already half gone, right? So you really only have a small percentage of teams that are gonna sign you, right? So it's like, are they gonna offer you what you want? Maybe. Who knows, though? Like, if all 30 teams don't want you, bro, you're out of a job. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta apply at McDonald's. How you doing? That's what Anthony Volpe's about to do soon. Oh, my God. But, yeah, like, that's how I look at it. So, I don't know, maybe I'd have a different outlook on it. Maybe if I was making all that money, I'd be the same way. You know, I don't know. Maybe the greed gets to you. Who knows? We'll see. Bo Bichette was supposed to sign with Toronto. That's the only rumor we heard about him. Now with Toronto spending all their money, we'll see if he signs. I have no idea. Lucas Giolito, we haven't heard anything. Zach Gallen already signed, I think, right? Did Zach Gallen already sign? Look this up. Zach Gallen. No. I thought Zach Gallen already signed. No. It was one of the pitchers on, hold on. One of the pitchers on Arizona side, I thought, right? Maybe it was the other guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, it was Merrill Kelly that signed. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it was Merrill Kelly. That's what I thought. Yeah, so no idea where Gallen's going. He didn't have the best season. in my opinion, but we'll kind of see where Gallon's going. Watch your mouth on Volpe. Yo, he's trash, bro. I agree with Cutter is king, bro. Ain't gonna lie. Gallon sucks. He had one bad season. I mean, it's tough when it's a free agent year. I mean, he had one bad season. Shoda, once again, no idea where he's going. Brandon Woodruff. Worth a lot now. He's off the Brewers, so we'll see. Chris Bass, I don't think Toronto's obviously not going to bring him back at this point. Suarez is a really interesting one. This is like, I'm surprised Suarez hasn't signed, bro. He had such a good 2025. I'm surprised he's still on the market, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually kind of crazy to think about. He's still on the market. Kind of crazy. Same with a guy like Luis Ariz, bro. Bro, how is this guy still on the market, bro? I value Luis Ariz so highly, man. It's actually insane. Like, he is literally like Tony Gwynn, Ricky Henderson. Like, I don't know how he's not signed, man. JT still on the market. Ozuna from the Braves still on the market. Who else we got? Yeah, no one got Jonah Heim yet. Harrison Bader still up here. There's a lot of players in the market, bro. Starling Marte, Paul Goldschmidt still up here. Hoskins still on here. That boy fell off. There's a ton of guys on the market right now. I ain't gonna lie, chat. IKF, hey. Kind of turned his career around a little bit. Tommy Caney's a good pickup. Name of Griffin Canning. Paul Seabolt. Not horrible, but I like the Danny Coulomb. I think Danny Coulomb's low-key underrated a lot. Not gonna lie, I think he's a really good player. Couple guys, no idea where they're going. For some of these guys, it is hard. I'm not gonna lie, but there will be a couple of these players that will get signed though soon, especially like the lower tier quality players with at least like money. Like these are what I like to call the B, C, D tier players. These guys will get signed just because like there's gonna be demand in the market for some of them eventually. So I'll kind of wait and see, but. Yeah, there's still a lot of guys in the market. Was it 161 players in the market. And what is it? 88 have already signed. So that's kind of where we're at, chat. It's kind of a little interesting little market we're in right now. Helm not signing is weird. I don't think the Rangers wanted him. Cutter King is a bum. Lamau. Nah, he's on a generational. I ain't gonna lie. He's low-key on a generational, bro. No cap. You know what I mean? That guy's funny. Think about Cutter's King is, bro, he's like a professional troll. And everyone falls for it. It's actually hilarious, bro. Like, bro, if he was talking smack about my team, like, I think I would just laugh, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, he's low-key a professional troll. So it's actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's low-key funny. But yeah, I mean, that's basically, like, I think where we're at in free agency right now. Like, I think we're at the point, like, if I were to define it, we're at the point where the teams have the power, bro. Like, all 30 teams have the power to, at least in negotiating power, to negotiate whatever they want. Because, like, bro, we got 6 weeks till spring training. We have 6 weeks, chat. Like, or 6 weeks you have to report or whatever. So, you don't got that much time, man. You really don't have that much time to negotiate what you want. So, like, for example, you talking about the Bellinger stuff, MJ, like the Yankees could win that, or they could just not sign him and get someone else. Like, that's totally a possibility. I mean, we could look at outfielders, right? There's 25 outfielders, right? They could sign someone else for a year. They could go get a Starling Marte for a year. They could go get a Conforto for a year, right? They could go get a Harrison Bader. Like, they can get one guy for one season. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're looking for a long-term, quality player, but I think you have that in Spencer Jones, in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. Bro, it's so funny people get pissed. Lamau, yeah, bro, he does, bro, he low-key does such a good job, I'm not gonna lie. Join Cord, are you in there? I'll join the general if anyone wants to join up and talk. Join the Discord. Oh, are my settings good in here? I generally don't know. Oh, they're not. All right, I'm in Cord. Welcome to the chat, Flame. I'm sorry, but if we replace Marte for Bellinger, we're cooked. But like, if you don't want to sign a player for 7 years, bro, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want like kind of an L. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of an L. I ain't gonna lie. So, I mean, well, like if they don't want to start Spencer Jones, is what I'm kind of saying, MJ. You know what I mean? Like, they don't think he's ready yet, which is stupid in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't get signed up Bellinger like 7 years, bro. I don't think it's worth it. But even like, there's other guys on this list, man. Like even like a Jesse Winker is not bad. Like if you just need him for a season, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think it's as bad, bro. I mean, I think what's his name could start, to be honest with you, but gotta see him. But plus, you can move someone else to the outfield, like on your team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can move someone to the outfield. They've done that before with players. So, we'll kind of just see. Yeah, Flame said join Cord and then just dipped, bro. Like where did this guy go, bro? Where did he go? Bro, like where? Like, bro, what? How you gonna tell me to join Cord and then just dip? Like, bro, what? This guy good? But yeah, I mean that's kind of where I see free agency right now. 6 weeks remaining. You know, teams kind of have the negotiating power. I don't think the players are really gonna get the contracts that they want at this point. Maybe a couple do. Well, definitely probably a couple do. But for the higher tier players, man, it's kind of hard to say. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think as we get closer, you're gonna see this market value go down and down and down with every player. In my opinion. Because I don't think any of these guys. I don't know, but like if you look at you look at the previous AAV, Bregman was the highest, so but his market value obviously way down there. But yeah, I don't think obviously their previous value isn't what their market value is right now. But I don't know, I just don't think a lot of them are gonna get what they want, and the teams have the power. Like I said, the teams got the power, chat. So. That's kind of where we're at right now with MLB free agency. Got a lot of teams kind of figured out. I'll say a lot of teams pretty much have figured out their roster so far. I think the team I'm most excited for, honestly, right now, I'm excited to see how strong the Blue Jays are going to be. That's a storyline I'm excited for. How strong are the Blue Jays going to be? Are they able to bounce back after losing and choking in 2025 with 2 outs to go? That'll be an interesting storyline. See if they can actually win the World Series this year. Because low-key, the Blue Jays are my favorite to like go back, at least in the American League. Like, they have a really good shot to go back. Like, to me, they're heavily favored to go back, in my opinion, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with them. Another team I'm excited about is the Baltimore Orioles. I'm really excited to see where this team's going to be this year. Just with all the young guys they have, with Pete Alonso, with Taylor Ward that they got, with Ryan Hesley now. Like, I'm really excited to see where the Orioles are going to be at. Because I think this team could be pretty good. Like, I think the Orioles could be a very good squad. So, I'm excited. Yeah, bro, he literally dipped, bro. Like, yeah, how you gonna tell me to join Cord and dip, bro? L Flame. Like, what's going on? Rich Rand. I was eating cake. It was good, bro. I could go for a cake right now, Chip. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could go for some. Low-key might make some food after this. But yeah, like I'm excited to see where the Orioles are at. Especially, I'm excited to see how some of the Japanese guys like Murakami. We'll see how he's gonna do. A lot of the other teams have been pretty much the same. There's been a couple big signings this offseason, but nothing like crazy happened yet. You know what I mean? With like guys moving to different teams. Obviously, it's cool to have a lot of the Japanese guys come over. I think that's really cool. So we got some guys from MPB coming over, guys in the KBO coming over in the Korean League. With Cody Pounce right there, and there's another guy I think he's been posted, just kind of waiting for someone to make an offer. You know what I mean? I made spaghetti and meatballs for the fam too, bro. I just had some spaghetti, bro. Mad good. Earls are gonna be very good. Yeah, I think they're gonna be good, bro. I think they're gonna be a good team. I'm excited to see. How they do. Yeah, a couple of teams I feel like are gonna be pretty much the same, bro. You know, I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm expecting the Padres to be a lot worse. I don't know what you guys kind of think about that. I think the Padres are gonna be a lot worse. You lose Ryan O'Hearn. You pick up the Korean infielder. I think he's gonna be once again another cool player to watch. Just because like no one really knew about him, so it's gonna be really cool to see how he's gonna perform. Right? Yeah, I don't know if it has his yeah, no, it's not gonna have his stats, just his contract or whatever. But obviously they see something in him if he's got this long term of a deal. So we'll see. I think the international talent is gonna be really cool to see, man. I got Jenny Jansen. But yeah, I think you think the Padres are gonna be the same? I don't know. I think they might be a little worse. I don't think they're gonna be as good because you gotta remember last year they were really good. Like they had a really good record last year. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely think like the game. I feel like the game nowadays is like shifting. Like I kind of love that we're seeing so much international players coming to MLB. Like I really like that a lot. Like with Cody Pounce, he played in America, went to Korea, came back. Like I think those stories are awesome. A lot of the Japan guys, right? With Akimoto right here. Obviously Murakami in the White Sox. Sung right here from Korea. Like I think a lot of the guys coming over is a very cool story to watch. And obviously all the guys we have now with their current teams. Yo, what's good, Flame?
It's good. It was good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool storyline to watch with all the international guys.
What's going on here? What we doing?
Currently talking about MLB free agency. Any thoughts? Any
MLB what now?
MLB free agency? Any wise wisdom on it right now?
Who are free agents?
Who are free agents?
Like who is like a free agent is what I'm talking about.
Look at the
Is
stream.
there like
bro.
a free agent list?
Yeah. If you go to Sport Tax website, they have everything.
Oh damn, it's just bright.
All
Alright,
the Phillies are like the Eagles. I mean, yeah.
Have you talked about JT Realmuto yet?
I don't know what you just said.
Have you talked about JT Realmuto yet?
JT? I went over him briefly. I don't know where he's going. I don't think he has much of a market. To be honest with you. Like I don't
Hold up,
really,
dude. Give me a second.
I don't really see JT really going anywhere else but the Phillies. I'm being honest. Like I don't see him going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't. So. Rest are bums. I mean, there you have it. There you have it from Noah. Yeah, I don't really have much other thoughts about a lot of the free agents. Kind of like we're just kind of waiting for intel at this point. You know what I mean? I don't think there's been anything posted. But we're kind of just waiting for intel so far. You know what I mean, about certain players and certain things that happen. We obviously had that signing today with the Blue Jays. But we haven't had anything else. Just to go back to the Phillies, yeah, I kind of agree. I don't really see him going anywhere else, to be honest. Yeah, we'll kind of see. The Phillies have expressed interest in free agent Bo Bichette. Oh, here we go, chat. That was by John Heyman, apparently. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. The Phillies are among a number of big market teams who have interest in Bo Bichette, an ultra-young 27-year-old free agent. Yanks, Cubs, Dodgers, Red Sox, and Jays have all been on Bo Bichette. Interesting. 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 Yeah, I think dude, I think Bo Bichette's market could be huge. I'm not gonna lie. It could be huge. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to like recent news. That's about it. But yeah, that's kind of.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, can you like send me the link to the free agents?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we kind of covered a lot of it. I don't really have much else to talk about it. I'll send it to you.
So how old is that that picture that you guys were talking about in the court, the Japanese picture? What's his name?
Which picture? There's so lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Wait, I think no, he's a third baseman. The Kuzama Okamoto.
Oh, he's I got you. He's
He's young, right?
No.
Oh no, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Sign up to premium. Yeah, he's 29.
Okay. Let's see. He's a little old.
He's a Boris client. Ain't no way, bro. Every time.
I see a lot of good names on here.
Every time.
And every one of these dudes are free agents, right?
Yeah, so there's a signed one and then there's available one. So you can see who's signed and who's still on the market.
Gotcha. Damn, I fuck with this site, Loki.
Heyman don't know nothing. Bro, what you mean he don't know? This his job is to know. Like, bro, what you mean, bro? What you mean, bro?
Now, bro, look at Nick Martinez's fucking market value. That's insane.
Yeah, so what I do is I go to available and I just sort by market value. That's what I do.
Where's available, bro?
You go to the top and you see like,
Yeah.
it says position, age, previous teams.
Yeah.
You can sort
Free
it.
agent type.
If you can sort it by clicking on one of them. So if you click market type value, it will show you the highest valued player. Yeah.
See, look, I'm not seeing a fucking mark. I see it.
Noah's calling you an unk. Damn, he doesn't know technology, chat. Crazy.
He's calling you unk? Oh no.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know where some of these players are going, bro. I wish it to the Phillies, man. That'd be weird though, because like they have Trey Turner. Like, unless he plays third or second, maybe. I mean, he could low-key be a good second baseman.
At least Diaz could be a good pickup for a team because he's kind of young. He's not young, but he'd be good for like a 1-year deal.
Who's the youngest player on here?
Oh, he's not. He's 35. Wade Miley is off the streets, bro. He's 39. Come on. This dude's 39, has a gray beard, and wants fucking $2 million.
Yeah, but like age isn't everything, bro.
Bro, I saw him. Bro, okay. So you know how I go to the Dayton Dragons games, the Red Single A?
Yeah.
I went there because he had a rehab game. Like he pitched in a rehab game with the Dragons. Gave up 5 innings in the first inning. Look.
Gave up 5 innings in the first inning. That makes sense.
I said 5 runs in the first inning, bro. Chill.
No. I don't know. Age is like, I mean, you used to see like Max Scherzer and Verlander doing it. I don't know.
He's throwing like 89 miles an hour. Nice.
This shit works though. Still strikes me out. How you doing?
Yeah, cause your ass. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not wrong.
It's not striking me out, but
yeah, like I don't know. Like you look at like Paul Goldschmidt, he's still playing really well. I don't know. But yeah, it's like interesting. Like who knows where Verlander or Scherzer will go? They might retire at this point. 5 innings in the first inning. Yeah, we might add that to the quote book. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. These guys go.
I don't think a single one of these dudes on this list is like under 30 years old, bro.
I can sort by age too. Like the
Okay.
one Korean guy is. I think he has to sign by the 4th, right, chat? Or no? When's his posting date?
What?
Alright, okay. We just gotta type it out.
These dudes are so old. Oh my gosh. Okay, Boba Fett. I mean, he's going for a lot of money, but he can be a good pickup for like a long contract.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a posting deadline. Oh, he's a free agent. That's why.
What do you think about the Dodgers picking up Boba Fett, bro?
No, John Heyman just said he's going to the Phillies are the most likely.
Okay. Well, I don't think he knows what he's talking about, but
What did he get? It's Lee his job. Why does
Okay,
no
but like,
believe-
does he have inside information about this shit?
his job is literally a journalist and an insider. What are you guys? Hello?
Okay, wait. Michael Kopech would be insane for a team.
These people Lee do this for a living. What are we talking about here?
You know what I'm talking about, Michael Kopech?
Maybe.
Flamethrower for the Dodgers.
I don't know, maybe. But I mean, yeah, it's
Right.
basically it about free agency. There's really not much to talk about. I feel like with free agency at this point.
But you know what you should do, bro? You should do the batter up. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea.
Look up batter up in your browser.
Alright. Is this like a game?
Yeah, it is. You just have to like guess who it is, like based on their swing.
Oh, I've seen this on Twitter. All right, chat.
I think you can sort it by like team, like you can do like the Cubs.
All right, chat. You want to play? Play some batter up.
It get mad. It can get mad interactive, so like your chat can guess and shit.
Heyman is wrong half the time. Trust. Yeah, most of them are wrong half the time because things change all the time, Rich. Things change every day. All right, who's this swing? Let's take it. Do we have sound? We got some sound.
We don't sound none. Not sound.
Oh, that's Ronald Acuna Jr., bro. That's all day. Not even close. All right. Didn't even get one right. I didn't get one
All
right.
great.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to sort teams, like for like example, I can do like the Reds.
Bro, who the
Sure.
fuck is that? I'm gonna go. You're good, Noah. Who the fuck is that?
See you, little crybaby.
Nah, who? Yeah, Chad. We might need some help right now. Who the fuck is that?
Here, let me go in your stream real quick. So I can help you out. I used to be a sweat at this. Trust,
I need trust.
bro. All right, bro. Replay it.
All right, bro. I got you. He's a lefty? Shit, I didn't even think about that. Bro, I don't know who that is, guys.
Bro, Roy, just share your screen, bro. You have so much delay on your stream. My God. It's like
Should I-
2 minutes of delay.
Bro, they have delay on, bro. I swear I turned it on, man.
I swear you didn't.
Chad, any guesses on this? I might just give up, bro. I don't even know. Well, at least get a division right, bro.
Share your
Like-
screen on cord.
That might be yeah, it's gonna break everything. I'm not doing that. Every time I share it, it creates hella lag.
Alright. Looks like Bryce Harper, but
It's not NL East, bro. Come on now.
it's not Schwarber. It's too open to be a Schwarber.
I am Gregor, your automated AI. Loading system version 8.7A0. Initialize data. All systems ready.
Alright, let's keep up on this one. Might be cooked.
Try Nicholas Kurtz.
Ooh,
Oh, ALS. ALS.
It's in the AL West. Okay.
We're getting somewhere, chat. Not first baseman, not a right fielder. It's not from the U.S. or Venezuela.
What's not the Athletics?
DR?
Is it Dominican Republic?
So I'm thinking. It's not a.
Dominican Republic.
Well, it's not U.S. and Venezuela. I'm thinking DR maybe.
Who's a lefty on the Angels?
Would it count Taylor Ward? Or no, because he's already traded.
Yeah, it has like the updated
Okay.
trades. So
So no.
yeah, no.
I already put Acuna, bro. We should...
Read the fucking screen.
All right. So we got A's, Astros, Rangers. Oh, it's is it Garcia? Not Cuban either, bro. I'm cooked. Not right fielder, bro. Yeah, I'm cooked.
I mean, it's Dominican Republic. Come on.
Yeah, probably. But like,
Yeah, so it's not the Angels. The Angels have like just two lefties, bro. Cooked. Oh, the Astros have a lot of ticket players. Is it a lefty?
oh, I know who it is. Never mind. What the fuck's his name? The DH on the Astros. What's his name?
Yordan Alvarez?
Yeah, is it Jordan?
No. Yeah. Yordan is a
Nope.
lefty.
He's Cuban, bro. But it was DR.
Oh my god.
Position is this? I got the whole outfield.
The fuck, bro?
Well, he's got to be on the Angels, right? Picked every other goddamn team.
No, I mean, who else is in the AL West?
All right, I'm gonna put Mike Trout just to see if it's the Angels. He's 27. He's not on the Angels. All right, so
With the Rangers.
now on the Rangers.
It's not on the Rangers?
So he's on the Mariners.
So, okay.
Oh, bro. Is it Julio?
No, Julio's already.
I'm trying to see team at this point. He's 25.
How old is he? Like, actually, how old is he?
25. Number 27's in the yellow.
Kyle Raleigh would be kind of sneaky.
But it's not any, bro. It's not any of these teams, bro. I got yellow in AL West, and it's none of these teams, bro.
Oh, bro, I think yellow means it can be like in the entire AL.
Oh shit.
We're just cooked, I think.
I have no idea, bro. I've never used this. I don't know. I got 25 years old. That's the only one I got right, bro. Not in the DR.
I think we just give up at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm cooked.
Just run it back, bro. Just run up another one, bro.
Bonaire. Yeah, I'm not guessing that shit.
Oh, yeah, now they're out. What the fuck, bro?
That looked like a home run swing, did it not? All right,
I
let's
guess
go
I gotta
again.
wait for the fucking stream to load up.
Oh, I gotta hold on. All right. Why does this remind me of like an international player?
How the fuck do you know if it's an international player by looking at this fucking batting?
You can tell, bro.
You can't.
Like how the ads just made it 10 times more laggy. That's nice. That's always a W. Bro, I'm terrible at this. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, what is the lag on your stream, bro?
No, that was the site, bro. That's why I'm when all the ads
Tell
popped up.
you, we're done.
I don't think it's him. Actually, it might be. Jordan. Nope.
Any greens or yellows?
Ooh. Got age yellow. What the fuck does this yellow mean, bro? Yellow
It's like in the range.
in the division title indicate matching leagues. Yes, he's in the AL. And he's within 28 years old. Bro, I might be Arson Judge, no cap.
You said what name?
I might be Arson Judge, no cap.
Bro, he's a lefty. What do you mean it's Aaron Judge? Joe?
Bro, actually, it might be Hunter Goodman. You might be right.
Bro.
Nathan Lowe. Yeah, we're not guessing that. Yeah, so I'm never playing this game again, bro. Holy. This motherfucker don't even have a job anymore.
I think you just blow, but
This motherfucker don't even got a job anymore, chat. The fuck?
Chalk it up. Chalk it up, bro.
Oh, I love when someone's cooking and I just hear an alarm. Oh, there it is.
Yo. So my fucking alarm clock's fucked.
Goddamn smoke alarm going off, bro. Alright, chat. Well, that's gonna do it for me on the stream today, guys. Low ain't even on a team, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, cooked. Terrible website.
Alrighty, L streamer. What
do you mean L streamer, bro?
L streamer.
You know what we could do, chat? Hold on. You know what we could do before we end? We'll play some classic games, alright? You know,
Boy, do Immaculate grid.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Anyone play? Okay. I gotta save the ads again, so my computer's gonna break. That's good to know.
Put a burn. Ooh, today's is easy. Yo, we should see who can get it faster. Get it done faster. Lock in.
Let me get all the pop-ups out. All right. Played catcher minimum 1 game. First round pick. 100 RBI season. Hall of Fame. Bro, it's gonna take me some time. I ain't gonna lie. I'm low-key kind of trash at this.
Let's see who can get the least rarity score. Like, nobody's thinking of this person.
All right, bro.
You got that?
I got it, bro.
All right. Who played catcher had 30+ home runs? What?
That's not hard. All right, chat. We're totally gonna play this fair. No, I'm just kidding. I see where you're good, MJ.
Oh, I know who I'm thinking of for catcher 30+ home runs. Lock in.
Bro, I can't think of players like I don't know. But
oh my god.
I don't got like history like that.
Bro, what's your favorite player, bro?
Hunter Goodman? Dude, so goated.
So
Is he actually on here?
He is.
Yeah, he hit whatchamacallit home runs this year. Hunter Goodman. 0.2%. I mean, dude, just so goated, Jay.
I was trying to give you the answer. I don't remember.
Bro, why am I thinking Mike Trout for the draft pick? Only played 1 team.
I think only 1 team. Who?
Does Kershaw count? Was that the first round? That was the first round. Hey, you can put Kershaw there.
I'm gonna say Pete Rose. It's definitely gonna be wrong. Oh my god, I got it wrong, bro.
Yeah, it's already won. You just put Mike Trout.
Yeah, chalk it up, bro.
9% on Trout. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Catcher minimum 1 game. Tyler Stevenson. Yeah, nobody was actually guessing Tyler Stevenson. 100 RBI season, I guess. Cy Young. Wait, no, Cy Young didn't have 100 RBI season.
Pitcher, bro. What?
All right, Cy Young. All right, I guess he played on multiple teams. Wow, I'm already just cooked.
I'm taking my time. You gotta take your time, twin. This one easy, bro. There we go. It's a good one right there, chat. Hall of Fame. 100 RBI season. Loki could be anyone, right? Babe Ruth, right?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. It's definitely like 1,000%, but
I don't know. Babe Ruth had that many home runs or had that many ribbies. Go
bro, what? As many home runs as he has, as many fucking ribbies he had. What are you on about?
Go Lou Gehrig for that one. Could go Babe. No, Babe was on 2 teams. Never mind. Could go hmm. I don't know. 100 RBI season. Who could we go for that? 100 RBI season, 1 team. Who we going for that? I'll check.
Let's do grade 236.
What you say?
Let's do grade 236.
I'm not even done with this grid, bro. You're moving a little too quick.
Well, after you're done with that.
Hall of Fame catcher. Josh Gibson count, you think? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure, let's do 730. That one's easier. Grade 730 after you're done with that.
First round pick Hall of Fame. I got 3 more. First round pick Hall of Fame. Oh, this is easy. Go Jeter for that one. 22%. Ooh, that's a lot. First round pick, 30 home run season. Trying to think of first round picks, to be honest. Oh, go Adley. Oh, you didn't have that much? Oh. Alright, I'm hitting a give up session.
Alright, wait, go to 223. 223. Go to previous grades at the top and go down all the way down to 223.
Hold on, bro. Damn, I had a lot of players. Dude, I don't got knowledge like this. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I just don't got knowledge like this. Alright, which one you wanna do?
223.
Previous grids. 223. Damn, they got over 1,000 of these things? My god. Jesus, bro. What the?
It's the easiest, probably the easiest grid.
Think so?
Probably, yeah. Alright, I'm going. 200 wins career, Cy Young. Yeah, dude, done this.
God
no way.
damn.
Yep. So, 200 wins career, All-Star. I'd like to say Hunter Green did that, but probably not, right? Far too young. Oh, okay. I know who did. Yeah. Wow, 7% W.
Damn. I'm getting cooked off the first 2. I got 25 and 35%.
I'm on 7 and 4.
God damn.
Hall of Fame 200 wins career. I'm about to just get cooked on this one, but yeah, I got 14% on that one. Cooked.
I don't know many players that got 200 career wins though.
Hall of Fame. Born outside the 50.
I don't know that many people that got 200 wins. Gotta be Cy Young, right? Gotta be out there. Yeah, there we go. All-Star 200 career wins. So that one's even harder. Man, I don't even know the pitchers like this. I ain't gonna lie, chat.
Let's go 9%. Let's go, bro. We have a 14%, 7%, 4%, 4%, and a 9%.
Thing is, bro, I don't know any, bro. Besides for these 3, I don't even know any of them.
You still know ball, bro.
I don't know stats like this, bro. I don't know.
Let's go 2% on that one. W.
And I give up. I have no idea, bro.
Why'd you give up, bro?
Can't think of anyone, bro. Yeah, there's only a handful of players, bro. It's like 10 for this one, bro. What are the players? Sonny Alcantara, that's a good one.
Otis Chapman.
Bartolo Colon counts? That's hilarious.
Cy Young. Born outside.
Alright, well. That was fun. Alright, chat. That's gonna do it for me on the stream today, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like I said, went over majority of the stream was World Baseball Classic stuff. Went over some MLB for agency at the end, played some games, had a pretty fun stream. Like I said, I'm trying to stream once a week for all of 2025. So we're gonna have some creative streams. We're gonna think of some cool ideas, and we're gonna have some fun with it, man. Whether we got a couple of people watching or no one watching, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today. We'll definitely be live next week. I'm trying to go live at Friday at 3, but I might have to change it around, for some things in my life, right? Coming up at that time. So I might have to stream on Saturdays or Sundays or something like that. We'll kind of wait and see. Probably going to be on the weekend, though, for sure. But with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the World Baseball Classic, the free agency talks, the games, all that good stuff. With that being said, make sure you guys follow me on all our socials, linked down below in the description. Once again, there's a new video on the channel out right now about the Miami Marlins. So if you want to learn more about the Marlins and kind of where I stand on their 2026 run, definitely make sure you guys check out that video. But with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the topics and all the people in here. So appreciate y'all the most. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Peace out, everyone.